I think we're about to see designers get the same shock that developers got when Cursor and Windsurf got exploded, because there is this AI tool called Flowstep. Here you can describe your app idea in plain English and generate high quality front-end design for your application in literally just few seconds. For last few decades, building software looked something like this. First you write requirements, then you hire a designer, then you wait for a mockup, then you request changes, move everything into Figma, and then finally start development. But what if you could skip all of that and use this AI tool which is called Flowstep, and here just explain your idea, and this AI tool will build the entire user interface for you in literally just few seconds. And not only UI design, but the complete code as well for each of those screens. You can then edit them with AI, you can copy these designs into Figma, and even you can export the production ready code as well. So in this video, I'm going to put this tool on test. We'll create different kind of designs. We'll create designs for mobile applications, we'll create designs for web applications, and we'll see if this AI tool can finally replace the UI designer. So this tool so far feels like Cursor but for UI designs. Let's be honest, most people don't fail to build apps because they can't code. They fail because they don't know design. You might know how to use Cursor, Windsurf, Cloud Code, Bolt, Replit, but when it comes time to build a beautiful interface, everything just slows down. You start searching on Google that best dashboard design, or maybe best onboarding flow, best mobile UI design, then ours just disappear inside Dribbble and Figma, and even after all of that, your product still doesn't look professional. And that's exactly where this kind of tool like Flowstep comes in. So in this video, we're going to dive deep and we're going to test this AI tool, and we'll see how exactly this tool actually performs, and the designs that we'll create using this AI tool, we'll see that how useful those designs are. So to start using this tool, just go to flowstep.ai, and then you can simply just get started and you can sign up using your Google account and you can start using this tool. So once you're signed up, the next step is just start giving it a prompt. So let's suppose I want to create a first screen of an onboarding flow for a fitness tracking app. It should welcome the user, explain what app does, and it should include a button to get started. Now I could actually give a prompt to like build the entire UI design, but I'm going to be very specific to make sure that I only get the result that I want. So I just imagined an idea and now I just translated it into my words, and now I'm just going to press enter, and now let's just see how exactly it will build this screen for us. And there you go, just have a look at this design. The design that it has created is just mind-blowing. It doesn't look like that AI slop. It doesn't look like something that you just created using Cursor. It looks very unique and it looks very professional, and you can see there's a background image, the button style, the text style, the fonts, every single thing is really professional and it looks high quality. Honestly, it looks like something that a professional designer would create. Now here is where things get more interesting. Most AI design tools generate one screen at a time, but this AI tool can actually generate multiple screens simultaneously. So since we're happy with this particular design, now let's just ask it to build further screens. Let's just ask it to build login, dashboard settings, profile all at once. So now please design login, dashboard settings, profile all at once. Let's just press enter. You don't have to be like a prompt engineer to get certain sort of results. You can see we gave it really simple, very basic prompt, and it created this high quality design for us. So you don't have to be like an expert in AI and understanding like what works best, what sort of terminologies you need, and what sort of like design terminologies maybe you need. You don't need to do all of that. All you have to do, just explain, just translate your ideas in your mind right here in your simple words, and that's it. It will then build everything for you. And there you go, all these 4 screens are ready. And one thing that you'll notice is this design is consistent. So you can see all of these screens look exactly similar. It follows the same design theme. It doesn't look like one screen was like created separately and then another screen was created separately. The entire design is consistent. It actually follows the same design pattern that it created for the first screen. So the design quality so far looks really, really impressive. Now let's suppose you want to change anything in this design. You want to like make any changes in any of these sections. So first of all, you can just highlight any of these components. Let's suppose this particular section, which is today's activity. So let's suppose you want to edit this entire section. So all you have to do, simply just like press on Control or a Command if you're Mac, and then it will be added in here. And now you can just like ask it to make any certain sort of like changes in this particular component only. If you want to like make changes in the entire design in all of the screens, then you can just like prompt in general that make the theme more darker, or maybe add more images, or just like give any certain sort of like prompt. Let's just give it the most generic prompt, which will be make this feel more premium. Let's suppose if you don't know like what is missing or what you don't like in this design, so you can just like give it this prompt, which is make this feel more premium. It will try to understand what we are lacking in this design, and then it will like try to make it more premium and make it look like much better. So you can see it is updating all these 5 screens all together. So let's just wait for it to finish it. There you go. You can see we can track it in real time, and you can see it is updating our design in real time. It is working on each component individually, and it is trying to enhance the design for each of these components. And you can see, let's suppose in this particular screen, it has made these icons in colors. So now it looks less flat, and actually it looks much better now. Also, it has enhanced this setting screen as well. It has basically categorized all of these settings in different sections, and also created this new logout button as well. And it just looks much better now. And similarly, this particular screen as well, you can see the layout, the rounded corners, and the shadow behind this particular component. It looks much better now. You can also, by the way, manually edit any of these components. So let's suppose if you just like click on this particular component, you can change anything about this particular component from this right side. So here you can change the width, you can change the padding, you can change basically anything related to this particular design. So just select on any of these components, and then you can just like customize anything. So you can see I can customize this particular container. So I can just like make it something like this or something like this. I think this one actually looks much better. So this is not just like a static design. You got basically the full control over just customizing your entire design. So basically you get best of both worlds. You get the AI speed and you got human control as well. And this way you can make like more customized and much better designs with basically human touch as well. But still we are using AI to create the design. Now once you're happy with your design and now you want to move this design to Figma to customize it further, or maybe to share it with your customer. So to move this design to Figma, all you have to do is literally just copy paste this design inside Figma. There is no plugin required. You don't need to like export anything. There is no complicated setup. All you have to do is simply just click on this design, click on this export to Figma, and now it is preparing this design for Figma. And you can see the design has been copied, and now we can simply just paste this design inside Figma. So right now I'm inside Figma. I'll simply just press on Control V, and there you go. Our design has been pasted exactly as it is with all of the components. The exact same design has been pasted there exactly as it is. So let me just copy this particular design, and I can simply just paste this as well to just show you that how easy and simple it is basically paste the design in here. That's it. I copied it from there and then simply just pasted it in here. It copied all of the icons. It copied this particular image as well of this character. And you can see this is not just like a simple image. This is a layered design that has been pasted in here. So you can see every single layer, every single component, every single element has been pasted exactly as it is. So you got now full control to fully like customize this design, to change anything, and basically you got like complete Figma design in here. Now let's talk about the part that developers care about the most, which is converting this design into code and then copying that code and then using that inside Cursor Windsurf. So automatically the AI code editor can actually copy that code and then implement inside in your project. So once the design is ready, now you can just export into code. You can simply just click on this code button. You can just like choose any of these designs, simply click on export into code, and you can see it has exported this design in React, TypeScript, Tailwind CSS, which means you're not just generating pretty pictures, you're basically generating something that developers can actually use. So I just opened that code inside VS Code, and I'm using my AI coding agent, which is like Kilo Code, and I asked it to just run this project. So this is just a simple prompt. I asked it to run this project, and Kilo Code executed it, and there you go. You can see I have my design in here, and this design again you can see has been implemented exactly as it is. Every single component, every single font, every single text, every single icon has been implemented exactly as it is. The drop shadow, everything has been implemented exactly as it is. So this is super helpful for developers building products using Cursor, Windsurf, Cloud Code, or Replit, and this is incredibly useful. So this way the handoff between design and development becomes much smaller. Another feature that I really like is reference-based design. You can give Flowstep, you can provide images, URLs, existing designs, design documentation, and you can ask it to create something similar. And this is perfect when you already know the style that you're aiming for. So let's just see that in action. So I've just uploaded that image in here, and now I can just give it a simple prompt, create the similar design. Now let's just see what sort of design Flowstep will actually create for us. And there you go. You can see it has created that similar design. It has copied every single component and then recreated it in its own style. You can also, by the way, preview your designs in here. If you just click on this preview button, here you can just preview your design in full screen. Another thing that got my attention is this Flowstep MCP server. If you are in AI space, this means Flowstep can connect with AI agents and external applications, something like Cursor, Cloud Code, or any MCP compatible client. And if you have been following AI space recently, you know that MCP is becoming a huge deal right now. So you can easily set up MCP server in your favorite tool and start using Flowstep directly in there. So we are moving towards a future where AI designs, AI codes, AI tests, AI deploys, and Flowstep fits directly into that workflow. My final takeaway is that Flowstep is not trying to replace Figma. It's trying to remove the hardest part of the design, which is getting started. For founders, indie hackers, vibe coders, developers, and even complete beginners, the ability to go from idea to UI to Figma to code in minutes is just incredibly powerful. And the fact that you don't need design experience makes it even more interesting. So if you want to try Flowstep by yourself, just click on the link in description and do let me know in the comment section what you think about Flowstep and AI design in general. If you have any further questions, just leave your comments in the comment section and I see you next video. Bye bye.